Filipe Toledo out in the water in the red jersey. Callum Robson, the Australian, is in blue. And S.Pupo out there in white.
Much more of a power surfer. And this is the 7.5 right here. Gained a lot of speed, had the one closeout section, and goes for a massive rotation. And once again, you know, he's surprising me. Didn't expect the reverse on the second ride. Did not expect this big air on his first one, Kibes.
Final featured Filipe Toledo versus S.Pupo, who has entered this event as a wild card. He was one of those victims of the mid-season cut. He's back on the Challenger Series. Highest rated Brazilian on the Challenger Series. Got his wild card here, and here he is. S.Pupo on the open-up. Just a little slide on the backhand. Callum Robson, the Australian, muscles his way through that first turn, throws it up, and does a good job of keeping that board under his feet. Darren Handley design, he's switched on to that. Robson, previous wave, a 7.5, so big number, a big opener for Callum Robson.
And this is his last one. Seems like it's going to be a good backup. The setup turn right there, going right. And then nice throw tail reverse, moving down the line with a lot of speed. That was a really cool combo. But opening up with the 7.5, that's a strong start from Callum. But you look at this wave right here, it already seems like he's on a roll, and this is such a rhythm-based spot out here. Wave.
With his heat win, but we're going to get to that after we check out this. Filipe Toledo on the backhand. Quick to the lip, and that's all that he is going to get.
I definitely see him being on the podium again.
Here he goes. We're going to stick with Filipe Toledo on the left. Sharp first snap, a little caught up there, comes around the corner one more time, manages the backwash, but the backwash ended up winning in that battle.
Callum Robson right now out in front by a large margin.
What went wrong here?
Well, I mean, he had to manage with that backwash, and it seems like his legs were just too great first one, and then Sammy went right. The air reverse, and he pulled it, so not an easy section, landed in the flats too. That should be a decent score for Samuel.
How does he do that? Comes through the Challenger Series, and we'll see him back on the tour. Here we go, Toledo. Lofts that up there and loses his uncharacteristic. Meanwhile, Callum Robson looking strong. Right now, going to stick to some fundamentals on the backhand. A little release there. Spicy finish for Robson, looking to improve upon a 5.17.
I really like what I'm seeing from Cal right now. Look at the replay here, going left for the first time this heat. Comes around the section, bang. That was a great first turn. Incredible technique. And then great variation with this last turn too. Slid the fins, and I really thought that it was impressive because he had to manage.
S.Pupo looking down the line, looking for a ramp, finds it, stomps that landing, big rotation, and he says, that's a three-pointer, give it to me. Crowd loves it.
They should. He dropped a 6.5 for his previous air, so this should be right around that range, and he's asking for more noise.
For this right here.
Well, gained a lot of speed, was eyeing, you know, the section down the line, and a big rotation too, lands on the flats. You know, nearly loses it in terms of control right there at the end. I love the claim, though. Count it. It was in. But as you see right here, the amount of speed that he garnered with those pumps at the beginning, a full rote. As Chris would call it, that was definitely a 540, straight away all the way to the beach. And his positioning on top of his board is as clean as it gets.
Yeah, that JS Industries is looking good on the feet of S.Pupo. Was waiting for that score. Robson sticking to the lefts. One more time, and just dives off the back of his board. Inconsequential ride for the previous number, which could change the situation. Here we go with Filipe Toledo. Chops it off the top. One more time, a stab for a finish, and Toledo.
They've had a lot of potential for a good score. You see this turn right here, it's set up well for the second one, more of a wrap, whereas that one up and over the section when it was already coming down on him. Timing was perfect.
Open up with a 7.5. Here comes Toledo, looking for something down the line, building up speed and not finding the ramp he was looking for. A little bit of frustration on the kick out, Mitchell Salazar. All of our final five surfers. Here we go with Filipe Toledo. Under priority, finds a corner, stabs it up in the lip, chops it down, carves through that second section, looking in control, needs a little bit more towards the end, a quick snap to make it down the line, and a little caught up, but forces the finish.
When he needed to, but it's not enough in this heat. That was a great opening first turn. Wraps it back right there, and I really like the bottom turn that he used to project down the line on that one. but see how difficult it got to read right there at the end. I think he thought that he was going to have one more opportunity to really go ballistic on the lip line. But the crucial opening maneuver, as you see right there, slides the tail around. And when he brings it around right here, he just sets up the entire rest of the wave. But with the lower tide that we're seeing right now, Kaipo, it's just harder to read down the line. That's more of a setup, so he didn't really bottom turn all the way. But, man, you know, whether or not he gets the score, it's right there.
Live action and Callum Robson. Callum looking strong on the backhand, a little bobble there, but stands up, completes the ride. Robson looking for a 7.04 on that wave to steal the lead off of Filipe Toledo.
I mean, at the beginning, he already had close to 13 points on the board, and just a bit behind the section on this one. Got up to the lip a little late right there. And you can see the backwash, really hard to project down the line. He did so well just to fit in 3 right there. When we talk about quality maneuvers, wasn't really feeling it in terms of the score that is required at the moment. You see this angle right here, had to wait a while to get to that section. Great second turn, though, a lot of spray, and nice timing for the third one, but it wasn't a combination of major maneuvers. It was a combination of maneuvers.
S.Pupo got a wave as well.
When he needs a 6.53, that's very attainable for his skill set. He'll straight up invert 2 times in a row, manages the backwash right there. And you're thinking to yourself right here, I need one more section to get that number done. And
Robson 5.5 for his last was not enough. 5.23 for S.Pupo did not change the situation. Heat leader, Filipe Toledo. Ooh. Goes down hard there, up on the nose. A family man, Toledo, under priority. Sharp turn on the left. Glides through that section, and nothing left on that wave. Here goes Callum. Here's the last chance for the Australian. Looks down the line, launches in the air, spins it, nearly pulls at full rotation, and unfortunate, not able to complete that maneuver. Filipe Toledo on to the round of 16. S.Pupo and Callum Robson will be in the elimination round once we reseed that round.